From 1971, the Kurdish National Liberation War started in Iraq. There was Kurdistan Democrat Party and Mullah Mustafa Barzani, and they were okay to get autonomy from Iraq from 1971 to 1974. Couple months before Iraqi Kurds get autonomy from Iraq, Turkish military did coup. They took over the government. They overthrew the civilian government because they were knew those Kurdish activism in Iraq will have an effect on Kurds in Turkey. In 1955, Turkey made a Stanto Pact, Pakistan, Iran, Turkey, and United Kingdom, that they will not accept refugees from each other. They will not allow cross-border operations. And when you read the details, it's all about Kurds. So the Kurds, after the Syrian war, or maybe more on Turkey, 1984, PKK started National Liberation War against Turkey. They distributed pamphlet to make it official declaration. And Turkey, thought that these guys are a bunch of not well-trained, that it will be easy to finish them off. But they were wrong. PKK survived, and even today is still fighting with Turkey at Iraqi border and the Syrian border. The only thing that Turkey could have the peace in 2008, 2013 in Oslo, but because Turkey sought an opportunity with ISIS to finish off PKK, they didn't sign the peace agreement. Since then, Turkey still refused to sign peace agreement. At the time of the peace agreement, Turkey refused USA and many other Western countries to involve as a third party. So someone will be guaranteeing the signature signed on the peace agreement. UN office somehow didn't want to join, but then you wonder why there is UN. Why UN involved in peacekeeping? Why UN involved in genocide and international war crimes? Now there is ICC and the International Criminal Court. Now they created some bylaws. If you are not a nation state, you cannot apply for a case against Turkey or against Iraq or Syria. Then you have to ask a third party state to sponsor your application to go to International Criminal Court. Somehow they allow, maybe after the Kosovo, they allow individual application that in your case that you can go to International Criminal Court and you can accuse a government committing a war crime. But honestly, I did not see any individual application succeeded going through this process. The main problem with the Kurds today is the policies of the Turkish government. First, they said Kurds are not people, Kurds are not exist. Then they called Kurds mountain Turks. They are Turkish people living in the mountains. They forget their language and history, so they become transformed to be something else. So we have to re-educate them. So there was forceful Turkish language, and they said only Turkish to be spoken. They banned Kurdish language. You cannot publish books, you cannot publish magazines, anything. So far, the Kurdish alphabet has X, W, and Q. Turkish alphabet doesn't have it. They even banned X, W, Q to be written in Turkey for languages other than Turkish. There is a law, and the law is Turkish law for the languages other than Turkish. But when you speak English, everything is okay. When you speak Japanese, everything is okay. But when you speak Kurdish, no, it's not recognized language. So they find many different details to persecute Kurds. All of these failed after the PKK started National Liberation War against Turkey. Now they say there are Kurdish people, but they are Turkish citizens, and we stop over there. This has to change. And the only change I could think of that USA, how they involved in IRA and UK, IRA and Britain peace talks.
Yeah.
Doing terrorism against British government, but they said they did a Good Friday Agreement.
Yeah.
So Turkey and United Kingdom and maybe Germany or France, they could be the third party. They can bring both parties together and make peace between Kurds and Turkey. It's not only the PKK. Anyone in Turkey who says he's a Kurd is designated as a terrorist. It doesn't matter you say National Liberation War. It doesn't matter you say Turkey committed war crimes. You just say, I am a Kurd. There was a case in 1978, a Kurdish member of parliament named Serafettin Elchi. He said, I am a Kurd and there are Kurds in Turkey. And he was arrested and put in jail. Like even a member of parliament does not have the immunity. There are maybe 10 former Kurdish parliamentarians in Turkish jails. One of the Kurdish leader of a legal Kurdish party, HEP, Salahattin Demirtas, he's arrested for terrorism charges. Now he's in jail and he is given 58 years imprisonment. Honestly, these are all fabricated charges that are looking for different ways to silence the Kurds. But that point we left behind many, many years ago. They cannot silence Kurds anymore. And Kurdish diaspora, Canada, USA, Germany, France, are getting very strong. There are Kurdish members of parliaments in Sweden. They are from Iran, but they are members of parliaments. And they bring these issues up to their parliaments. So the Kurdish diaspora also contributing to the solution to the Kurdish problem. Like myself, I am dealing with Canadian government. I try to explain so they can understand. So when the occasion comes dealing with the Turkish government, they can bring it up. We try to do it very friendly, very diplomatically, according to international affairs and international relations. But FILO and many other groups, they have recognized by the UN. They have offices in many other countries. So Kurdish parties too should be recognized and allowed to have their own offices. So there are Kurdish diplomats can engage in a higher level, in an official level, instead of me being an activist representing a Kurdish federation or Kurdish association. This has to change, and the best will be the Western governments reform their foreign policies and allow Kurds to have a place to play. And as I said, Kurds are 60 million, 30 million alone in Turkey, 15 million in Iran, 6 to 8 million in Iraq, 2.5 million to 3 million in Syria. And there are also large Kurdish diaspora communities in Israel, in Egypt, in Libya, in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in Central Asian states. During the Soviet Union, there were Kurds in Armenia and Georgia. Many of those Kurds, because they were active, the Stalin sent them to the Central Asian states, to Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, in 1928, 1930, before the World War I. And even during the World War I, Adolf Hitler, as an Aryan race theorist, he said, I will liberate Aryan people. And I believe he mentioned the Kurds too. That caused an issue with the Soviet Union. So as soon as they find out more, they dispersed Kurdish intelligence, Kurdish intellectuals from the region, and they send them to Central Asia. Today, there is strong Kurdish communities in Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan. Also, Turkmenistan and Iran share borders called Khorasan. And Khorasan in North Turkmenistan part and Khorasan in Iranian part, majority of them are Kurdish people. They were sent there to stop Mongol invasion of Iran, but honestly, Mongols invaded everywhere. They even invade India. We know about it. So I will cut it here. And if there are any other questions that I can go back and show pictures to be helpful more to the friends.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.